اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم عن أعدائهم. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، والحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الخلق وأعز المرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. It's always good to even say it loud and louder, because it seems like that is the one thing that bothers the enemy of this religion, is they want us to be quiet, and they want this salawat to be quiet. So it's always, whenever we need to do salawat, first we get good deed for being loud about it, we get good deed for saying it, and then definitely let it be loud so they can understand that we're here, we're not going anywhere, this religion is not going anywhere. Salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajjal farajahum. Since we're still like in Ashura days, I'd like to mention a couple of things. So these are going to be quick. I just got here yesterday. On the day of Ashura, Walaikum Salam, on the day of Ashura, in the sacred month of Muharram, Imam Hussein alayhi salam stood up and spoke to the people who had gathered to kill him in Karbala. He stood up and spoke to them. There's something we call hujjah. You put the hujjah on the other person. That means you cannot make any excuse. When it's time for hisab, when it's time for judgment, you cannot make any excuse about it, because they put that hujjah on you. So Imam Hussein, that's what he did on that day of Ashura, even though he knew what's going on, but he put the hujjah on them. He stood up, he came up, and he spoke to them. What he said is, he said, "Oh people, think about who I am and where I come from. Then look at yourself and question what you're doing. Ask yourself, is it right for you to kill me and violate my honor?" That's a hujjah. He's putting it on them. If you have any doubt, if you're still not understanding, or if you still misunderstand something, here I'm putting it out there for you so you can understand it. He said, am I not the grandson of your prophet? Through his daughter, am I not the son of the prophet's successor and his cousin, who was among the first to believe in Allah and to believe the messenger and what he brought from his Lord? Is Hamza, the master of the martyrs, Sayyid al-Shuhada, not my father's uncle? Is Ja'far al-Tayyar not my uncle? These are all proof. These are all points. He's putting it on them. Like, if anything that hasn't gotten you to believe in my message, or believe that this is the right path, this is the right side of things, that here I'm putting all these one after another. If you don't like Ali ibn Abi Talib, for example, you must know who Hamza is, and you must like Hamza before that, before the wilayah of Ali. You must like Hamza. You must like Ja'far Tayyar. These things. So he's pointing to things during the Prophet's days. And he's saying, am I not this? Am I not that? These are all things for them to realize and wake up, maybe, to realize that this is Hussein, we need to be on his side. So he said, is Hamza the master of martyr not my father's uncle? Is Ja'far Tayyar not my uncle? He said, have you not heard what the messenger of Allah said about me and my brothers? These two are leaders of the youth of paradise. These two, imama, qama, qa'ada. These two are imams. Whether they got up, they sat down, whatever they do, these two are imams. When the Prophet tells you these two are imams, under any condition, under any situation, with whatever is happening, anything is going on, you need to side with these two. Whatever happens, whether you understand it or not, you need to side with these two. That's what the Prophet was trying to tell him. If you believe what I'm saying, and it is the truth, then know that by Allah, I have never intentionally lied since I learned that Allah hates lying and that lying harms the person who makes up lies. He said, if you do not believe me, there are people among you who you can ask, and they will tell you the truth. Ask Jubair ibn Abdullah al-Ansari. Ask Abu Sa'id al-Khudri, Sahal ibn Sa'd al-Sayyidi, Zayd ibn Arqam. He's letting them know these people that they know very, very well, and these people everybody's aware of these people. Zayd ibn Arqam and Anas ibn Malik. They will tell you that they heard these words from the messengers of Allah about me and my brother. Is this not enough to stop you from shedding my blood? Imam Hussein basically stood on that day, two choices, Silla or Zilla, fight or live in humiliation. He knew fighting, where is it going to lead? It's going to lead to death. He knew that. But he said, Hayhat min zilla, we will not submit to humiliation. So let it be death. Let it be death. That would free people. Even though he's dead, but that would free people going on forward. Basically, what Imam Hussein is to everybody, because we talked about it before, even Gandhi in India, he said he got lessons from Imam Hussein's uprising from his revolution that inspired him to make his revolution, to rise up and demand what is right for the people of India. So many people around history, they used Imam Hussein as an example. So Imam Hussein, if you are Shia, then Imam Hussein is your Imam. We all know that as a Shia, that's our Imam. If you're a Sunni, and he's not your Imam, so if you're a Sunni, then he's the grandson of your Prophet. No matter how you look at it, he is somebody you need to attach yourself to. And if you are simply a human being, then Imam Hussein is the father of all the free people. However you look at it, it's not a religious attachment with Imam Hussein. It's the freedom, it's his call, it's what he was set out to do. So shame upon anyone who does not respect this strategy and suffering. Assalamu alayka ya Aba Abdullah al-Husayn. Let the earth bow down in humility. Let the sky shed tears. Let the mountains bow in sorrow. And let all the people cry out together, Labbaika ya Husayn. Labbaika ya Husayn. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Louder ya Muhammad. Allahumma salli. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. As you know, I've been away for about 3 weeks. Traveled back home, and if you follow in the news, you see what's going on, whether here or there or anywhere around the world. The attack on us, I know I've talked about it many times before, but the attack on us, the more you get into it, the more you see it. It's so visible in front of our face, like everywhere, on any condition. The attack on Islam as a general, but Shiism in particular, like majorly. We are in like at a crossroad in history, basically. I got my paper mixed up. We are at a crossroad between truth and falsehood. the war between truth and falsehood. We're at a crossroads. And it seemed like it's coming up to a major escalation. I'm not talking politics, I'm talking religious history, Allah's way of things on earth. It's coming up, as you can see, the people on falsehood, they're much more in numbers. People in the truth are very small numbered everywhere. If you watch the news, you see everywhere. Both sides have now become completely clear. The people of the truth are few. Their characteristics are clear. Their signs are evident, and their position leave no room for doubt or confusion. Right now, these days, a person cannot come up and say, I'm confused here or there. I'm confused, is this right or this not right? A person cannot say, oh, I wasn't aware. When we go on Judgment Day, you cannot stand there and tell Allah, tell the Prophet, hey, I was confused. I'm with you, but I was confused. I'm with you, but the news distracted me. I'm with you, but the media diverted me, and then I see things differently. It's so clear in front of our face. Now, people cannot just say, I wasn't aware or I didn't know or so. Everything is out and open these days. If you follow news from way, way before till now, you see everything is clear. There's no room for confusion. Nobody can be confused these days. The people of falsehood are many. Among them are disbelievers, polytheists. Among them are those filled with hatred and envy. And I can name a few countries. And those who present themselves as Muslim. And this is the scary part of those that present themselves as Muslim. Those countries that present themselves as Muslim these days. Genocide in Gaza, ethnic cleansing, land wiping in South Lebanon. Yemen has been under siege for, 7, 8 years, 10 years. Arabs didn't do nothing. Muslim countries didn't do nothing. Now all of a sudden you see a few countries trying to create an alliance just to fight who? Iran or the Yemenis, the Houthis in Yemen. Those are dangerous. The Houthis in Yemen, dangerous. Trying to create an alliance. But against Israel, nobody created any alliance. Against Israel, nobody said anything. Just in Lebanon, the government is so corrupt and bad. They're doing everything possible to mistreat Shia. Everything possible. I was listening to all the news, and then I just saw it in my own eyes when I went there, and I felt it everywhere. Anything that's happening, they didn't care. When people demonstrate against the government for something, saying, hey, this is not right, we need our right, Saudi Arabia sent a message right away, said, you want it to be a street against street, meaning you will have a group, we'll put a group out there. Anything to help Israel survive. Anything to make Israel safer. This is from Muslim countries. The reason I diverted to that a little bit, because this is what it is right now. Your intention, your inner self, if you don't side with the truth, Allah will judge us on that. If we don't side with the truth. Even if we're not doing anything about it. We're not actively doing things, or not whatever, but at least in your heart, in your prayer, in what you believe, it's within us. We will be judged on how we think of stuff. If we don't come to the aid of the suppressed, of the aid of the oppressed, the aid of people that are suffering, we're Muslim. We will be judged for that. So the people of falsehood are a lot. And the scariest part is those people that act like they're Muslim, or they are Muslim, but then they work against Islam. That's the worst part. There are also heedless Muslims who possess neither awareness nor insight. Some people are just ignorant. Some people, no matter what, you're trying to educate them, you're trying to give them light in their life, trying to let them see things, they don't want to see it. They don't want to see it. They follow every color and sway with every wind. That's why all the time when we mention raising kids and raising families and then talking to your friends and then family. You always have to focus on things and make them focus, because otherwise they'll be swayed away easily. Something they misunderstand, they'll go the other way. And that's our responsibility. They have not been illuminated by the light of knowledge. They haven't gotten that light of knowledge of Wilayat Ali ibn Abi Talib and Ahlul Bayt. They have not gotten that. If you don't have that, you'll never be straight. You won't have that strong foundation. Once you have the wilayah, then you have that strong foundation. But you got to act on it. You got to do something about it. Nor have they sought refuge in a firm support. The sifting continues. The filtration process is still going on. You know, they say in the end, it's the qilla, the faizeen, the winners are the few toward the end. And that's why that filtration system is going on. From those days to our days till the judgment day, filtration system is going on. It filters people. You see people, you know, our Imam told us some hadith where a person could go to sleep and he's on wilayat Ahlul Bayt, wilayat Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad, wake up, is not on that wilayah. Changed, switched. A person would wake up, he's on that wilayah, but by sunset, he's a different person. He's not on that wilayah. And if you watch a lot of the stuff that's going out there, you see a lot of it happening. Like you're starting to see things in your own eyes that, yes, what happened? That person was on the right path, and then all of a sudden, money changed them. The Gulf countries spending a lot of money, especially on us, to try and divert us, deviate us. So that filtering process continues, and the separation goes on without ceasing. With each passing day, the wrongdoers are distinguished from the truthful. You're starting to see things more clear. This is the wrongdoers, and this is the rightful people, the right people that follow the truth. And there will remain a smaller group of believers whose hearts are filled with certainty, steadfastness upon the path of truth, turning neither to the right nor to the left, just on the right path. This is one of the conditions for the great confrontation. You have to know the truth. There will be round after round. At times, Allah in Quran said, at times the people of the truth will prevail over the people of the falsehood, and other times the opposite will occur. It's just the way things are. Until in the final round, Allah hurls the truth against falsehood, crushing it, and behold, it vanishes. Imam Hussein alayhi salam, he said, "Qumu ila al-maut." That last night, he said, "Qumu ila al-maut," rise to death. Whenever people remain silent in the face of injustice in this world, the voice of Imam Hussein alayhi salam rises again in the hearts of a free and calling out, "Rise, may Allah have mercy on you," toward the death that cannot be avoided. Imam Hussein said death cannot be avoided. Rise up for it. And then he said, "Hayhat minna zilla," with that. He brought his family, he said, look, this is what it is. His companions, this is what it is. They didn't give Imam Hussein any other option. So watch the news these days, watch what's going on, and compare stuff a little bit to back then. Imam Hussein stood out there. It's not like he had ways to go. No, they stood there and they said, this is it. You give bay'ah, you give that wilayah, you say, okay, you're on this path with Yazid, or you have death. You got to fight. Death, one of the two. It cannot be any other option. Let me go to Medina. They said no. Let me go to Yemen. They said no. They gave him no option. So with that, he still knows what death is going to be. He knows what he's facing. He put all his family together and then faced it. Faced that. We see in Imam Hussein things in our history. Those men that were available at that time, they believed they killed Imam Hussein. Imam Hussein is not just a body that you kill. Imam Hussein alayhi salam is a way of life. You see it all the time. Anybody that stand up for what is right, that has part of Imam Hussein with him. Anybody stands up for against wrongdoing, that is part of Imam Hussein in him. All of that. Anybody that cannot take humiliation and rise up against it has Imam Hussein in him, alaykum salam. Has Imam Hussein spirit or part of Imam Hussein with him in that journey. That's what it is. That's what Imam Hussein, we have to remember that Imam Hussein died in body but still with us throughout life, still exists. 1450 years, I think it's been about that. You see millions of people going to Iraq for the walk, for the Arba'in. I think England or so journalist went to Arba'in and now got arrested because he posted good things about Arba'in. He posted good things about the walk to Arba'in. Another American journalist was there. He went there 3 days. He's doing the walk as well. And he was amazed by what he saw. But his reason for going there, he said, I want to see what these people are all about. I want to see what this biggest gathering around the world that happened on that one day, a few days leading to that, but that one day, and you don't see people hating each other. You don't see people fighting each other. You don't see people angry with each other. All you see is people trying to serve each other. This guy was amazed. He said there's people that buy a house or rent a house on the way of the walk just so they can serve other people that are walking. He said, where do you see that? Where do you see that in history? Where do you see that in any country that, call for justice and human rights and things and freedom of speech or whatever? He goes, where do you see that? He goes, honestly, I came here just to see what these people are about. He goes, I'm amazed. He spent the first day, second day, and then I'm talking about the day before the walk, and he said, tomorrow is the final walk. I can't wait to see where this leads to. This is all the power of Imam Hussein Shahada alayhi salam. That's the power of that Shahada. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. That's the power of Shahada. Some people think he's died and that's it, it's gone. Or he's gone, or that message is gone. I'll finish with this. I was reading about one of our alim, and he said whenever he does adhan iqamah, right before he does takbirat al-ihram, he stand there and he said, Assalamu alayka ya Aba Abdullah. His student asked him and they said, why do you make salam to Aba Abdullah at that point? He said, because if it wasn't for Imam Hussein alayhi salam, we wouldn't have this prayer. We wouldn't have this Islam. Islam would be a different Islam. The prayer would be completely different. Everything would be different. So Imam Hussein, sometimes there's stuff we really don't think about it in depth, but a prayer as we see it, the way the Prophet used to pray it, it got to us because of Imam Hussein and Imam Hussein's sacrifice. So this alim was saying, I stand there and I salute Imam Hussein right after every iqamah, before I do my prayer, I salute him. Because of him, we do the prayer we do today. Because of him, we have what we have these days. So if it wasn't for him, things would have changed. And the proof for that, you look at other religion. Look at other religion, whether Judaism, Christianity, or anything else you want. They swap things, they change things according to new stuff. Things come up and they change stuff in the religion, they make it. You look at this Old Testament, New Testament, which one Jesus came with? And with the Jews, same thing. There's old, there's new, there's different version, different books. Look at Islam, one Quran. All these years, it's one Quran. Cannot change. Even though some may change interpretation, but still, it's one Quran. So Imam Hussein was able with his Shahada to preserve that for us. And that's why we're always indebted to him with what he sacrificed his life for. He sacrificed it for Islam. Sacrificed it to keep this. Remember Imam Hussein, when he went up and he said, لم أخرج أشرا ولا بطرا إنما طلبت الإصلاح في أمة جدي. He said, I'm rising up, I'm going up there just to make correction in the religion of my grandfather. When Imam Hussein, I'm saying I'm here to make correction, to bring it back to the right way, meaning the religion from the death of the Prophet ﷺ till that point, which is not long, have shifted so much. If you remember also in the hadith, during the three Khalifah, when Imam Ali became the Khalifa, when Imam Ali made the prayer, what do people said? People that were present during Rasulullah days, what did they say? They said, oh, wow, finally this prayer reminded us of the prayer of Rasulullah. That means in between the prayer has been changed. So we read that hadith, we say, oh, they enjoyed it because that reminded them of the prayer of Rasulullah. But if you look at it the other way, because that means the prayer has been changed in between that. And same thing, Imam Hussein alayhi salam, he said, I'm here to correct things. That means things went too far away from the original way of things, and then Imam Hussein went to correct it. And the only way to kind of cement that correctness is by his shahada alayhi salatu wassalam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.